August of 2013, Sodexo was renovating a brand new restaurant in the Night's End called Sandella's with a convenience store, like a pantry, and a position opened up.
Richard's brother and I had worked together and were very good friends. He recommended his brother. I met him, fell in love with his infectious personality, and hired him.
I remember my first week, I told my wife, I said, I think I'm gonna end up retiring here at UB.
I'd go to student events and this guy was there. I'd be in the student center and this guy was there. Finally, I went up to him at an event and said, look, I've been seeing you all over the place. I'm Craig. He said, well, I'm Richard. I'm just trying to get to know everyone.
When you show up, it's motivation, it's support, and if you're doing it from the heart. So I would show up at all the events that I could. Less than a year later, the bookstore position opened up. I applied for the bookstore and I got the position. I've been at the bookstore ever since. I'm engaged all day, every day with the students, with the faculty, with the staff, being in charge of the clothing, being able to promote and sell and advertise the clothing was truly something special and still is.
The Richard outside of work is the same exact Richard you see inside work. He is a sincere, genuine, compassionate, loving, caring father, brother, son. He's just an overall great individual.
He would put everyone else in front of his own needs without any hesitation.
My most recent adventure, legendary civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump was our guest speaker at this year's commencement. So as he's on stage speaking, I get word from about 5 employees saying, hey, the president said, go back to the bookstore and get the guest speaker some clothing because as soon as he gets off stage, he has got to go. I ran back to the bookstore. I grabbed up some really good UB swag and clothing. I had the employees fold it up and put them in a nice $150 North Face book bag. Thank you, UB. So when he got off stage, I was waiting for him and I knew he had to go. Unfortunately, his ride didn't arrive on time because I-95 was shut down. That's when Norwalk had that accident. The traffic was insane. I knew Ben Crump had to be on his flight at a certain time for his next call-in, so I didn't hesitate. I looked at Ben Crump and I said, Ben Crump, I promise you I will get you to the airport safe. And he said, let's go. Driving through Norwalk, he says, hey, Richie, I have a live news meeting on MSNBC with Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm gonna be going live. So I said, no problem. We turned the GPS down. I made sure the music was low, and he was live on MSNBC News while he was in my back seat. And I so wanted to text my wife at the time, watch the news, you see where I'm at. I got him to the airport just in time for his flight, and it was a remarkable car ride. By me being a contractor, contracted by another corporation, being here at the University of Bridgeport, nobody at UB ever made me feel any different. I was always accepted as UB family. Nobody says, oh, he's a contractor or he's not Bridgeport. Everyone knows that I bleed purple, and I have so much pride on this campus because we all have one common goal. That is to come together for the students. They are our future. To some, this just might be a shirt, but to our students, this is their everything. This is their career, it's their life, and they have so much pride on their campus also too. So when you see that, it is so motivating to just want to participate in as much events as you can. Like this campus, I look at like my family, and you get lucky enough to find something that you love doing. It's not like, oh, I gotta go to work. It's almost an excitement even after 11 years saying, I gotta go serve my family.